So Michael and Sarah moved to the UK in 2019. Okay, so they both moved to the UK in 2019. That was 5 years ago. Okay, because today it's 2024. So 2019 was 5 years ago, and Michael and Sarah moved to the UK in 2019. But when they arrived, there was something very different between Sarah and Michael. When Sarah arrived in 2019, she could speak pretty good English. Her English was quite good. She could talk to people, she could read the signs on the street. Her English was quite good, but Michael's English was not good at all. So when Michael arrived in 2019, he could not speak English, he could not understand or listen to what anybody was saying at all. Why is that? Well, the reason that Sarah could speak such good English when she arrived in 2019 is because she had studied a lot before she came to the UK, right? So, but that's why she could speak so well when she arrived. It's because she had studied so much before she came. She, for 2 years, from 2017 to 2019, she was studying during that time. She was studying between 2017 and 2019. So that's why when she arrived, she could speak good English because she had studied for 2 years already, right? But when Michael arrived in 2019, he had not studied English at all, right? He hadn't studied at all. And that's why when he arrived in 2019, his English was not very good. He had not prepared, right? He had not listened to videos on YouTube. He had not practiced his reading skills. He had not practiced at all. So he hadn't practiced at all when he arrived in the UK. And that's why he could not understand anybody. But Sarah had practiced English a lot before she came to the UK. This couple here, there's a couple, and this is the boyfriend, and this is the girlfriend. And last Saturday, they both went to a movie. So they went to see a movie last Saturday, this couple here. But during the movie at 9:45, this is 45 minutes after the movie started, the girlfriend asked her boyfriend, "What's this movie about? I don't really understand the story of this movie." And the man said, "No idea. I don't understand this movie at all. I do not understand the story of this movie." Why is that? Why is it that they did not understand what was happening in the movie? The reason is because they had arrived late, right? The movie actually started at 9 p.m. They arrived at 9:15, right? So actually, the reason they could not understand what was happening in the movie, after 45 minutes, is because they had arrived 15 minutes late to the movie. They had missed the beginning of the movie by this point, yes? That's why even at 45 minutes after the movie started, they had missed the beginning. They had missed the intro. They had missed lots of the opening scenes of the movie. They had missed the introduction to the movie. So they had missed the introduction to the movie, and that's why at 9:45 they still did not understand what the movie was about. It's because they had missed the introduction to the movie. So this is today. See here? This is today, and David is having a conversation with his friend here. So David is talking about his friend, and they're talking about the exams they took last year. Okay, both these people, David and his friend, they took some exams last year. They took one exam in particular, and David is telling her what happened many years ago. And he says to her, well, actually, I got a very bad score on that exam. Yeah, last year, when I took that exam last year, I got a really bad score. I got an F on that score. And she replies, why? Why did you do so badly on that exam last year? And he says, well, to be honest, I was not surprised. When I got my score for an F, I really was not surprised because I had not studied at all for the exam, right? So I was not surprised at all because I had not prepared whatsoever. I had not prepared, I hadn't studied, I hadn't done any work to get ready for the exam. And that's why I wasn't surprised when I got my F grade, right? Of course, I wasn't surprised at all when I got my F grade because I hadn't prepared at all. Of course, I got a low score because I hadn't studied and I hadn't practiced. So that's what happened last year. So this happened yesterday. All of this happened yesterday. And yesterday, this woman had a problem with her computer, right? At 11 a.m. yesterday, she had a big problem with her computer and she was very upset because of this. Because she had a problem with her computer, she was very upset. And she was worried and she was scared that her boss would be very angry with her. At 11 a.m. yesterday, when her computer had a problem, she was very scared that her boss would be angry. And it was not just because her computer broke. That is not why she was scared. The other reason is actually because that morning she had missed the bus in the morning, right? So before she came to work yesterday, she had missed the bus, and then when she came at 9:20, her boss had been very angry with her when she arrived late, right? So at 11 a.m. yesterday, when her computer broke as well, she was very scared because she had already arrived late that day, right? She had already been late, she had missed the bus, and she had arrived late. And so her boss was already not very happy with her, right? Because she had arrived late. And then at 11 a.m. her computer broke as well, which means her boss now was going to be even more angry with her. Her boss, she thought that her boss was going to be really angry with her because not only did her computer break, but she had already arrived late that day as well. This all happened last Monday. So last Monday, this girl went to school. Okay, she came to school, and when she arrived, her teacher said, "Okay, class, it's time to hand in your homework." Right? This is what happened last Monday. Is the teacher asked her to hand in her homework, and then she got scared. She was very nervous now because she realized last Monday. She realized that she had forgotten to do her homework, right? So when she came to the class last Monday and the teacher asked her to hand in her homework, that's when she realized that she had forgotten to do it, right? She had played with her friends all weekend and she had enjoyed herself all weekend. And so she had completely forgotten to do her homework. And that's why she was nervous last Monday. She was nervous because the teacher asked her for her homework, but she had forgotten to do it. Yesterday, this happened yesterday, and yesterday when this woman here, when she came home at 5 p.m, okay? But then she realized that she did not have her keys, right? She realized that she was locked out of her apartment. She realized she could not get into her apartment. Why could she not get into her apartment? It's because she had left her keys inside the apartment in the morning, right? So when she came home at 5 p.m, that's when she realized that she had left her keys on the kitchen table, right? And so now she did not have her keys with her because she had left them on the kitchen table, right, this morning, right? She had not brought her keys with her in the morning, and that's why at 5 p.m. then yesterday she was locked out at that time. She was locked out because she had left her keys on the table in the morning. I hope you enjoyed this video on the past perfect, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.